Radio Lewis. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Hello, you're listening to Radio Lewis where the music matters. My name's Steve Brooks and this is Vapour Trails. Blimey, there's one to blow the cobwebs away. Yes, that was Budgie from 1973 and Bread Fan. And that song serves a double purpose because it's an RIP to the singer Burke Shelley, who died earlier this week, and also it introduces our theme, which is bread. So, yes, thanks to Peter Bennell-Smith and Lloyd Dickinson for both suggesting that one, and I might as well crack on with it. Luckily no one actually suggested Oasis Soup song. You know, that one where you got to roll with it. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, enough of that.
On Saturday night, are you gonna be there?
Well, I got my invite.
Gonna bring your records?
Oh, will do.
Baking a cake, make me a day and make me whole again. And I wonder what's in a day, what's in your cake this time. I guess Yeti's gone to LA. He says that behind my eyes I'm hiding, and he tells me I pushed him away, that my heart's been hard to find. Here there must be something here. Something here, Baker, baker, can you explain if truly his heart was made of icing, and I wonder how mine could taste. Maybe we could change his mind. I know you're late for your next parade. You came to make sure that I'm not running. Well, I ran from him in all kinds of ways. Guess it was his turn this time. Thought I made friends with time. Thought we'd be fly. Maybe not this time. Baker, baker, baking a cake. Make me a day, make me whole again. And I wonder if he's okay. If you see him, say hi.
As requested by Caroline Mersey, that was Tori Amos and Baker Baker from the 1994 album Under the Pink. And before that was Mott the Hoople and Roll Away the Stone from 1974. And that was requested by Caroline Murphy. So thank you, Caroline, and thank you, Caroline. Yes, are you coming to a Downing Street party? Well, I've got my invite. Lady. Yes. Bloody hell. Anyway, I know a fair few of us of a certain age, whenever we think of bread, we'll think of Hovis and that ad of the lad pushing his bike up that incredibly steep cobbled hill. And actually, come to think of it, residents of Lewis can go and do that on Keere Street if they so inclined. So inclined. Anyway, yes, they could push their bike up the 15.7 degree gradient that apparently it has right at the start. And so, for anyone who fancies doing that, and for me cousin Dave Helton, here's the music.
The guitar man who's gonna steal the show, you know, baby, it's the guitar man. He can make you love, he can make you cry. He will bring you down and he'll get you high. Something keeps him going miles and miles a day to find another place to play. Night after night, who treats you right, baby, it's the guitar man. Who's on the radio, you go listen to the guitar man. Then he comes to town and you see his face, and you think you might like to take his place. Something keeps him drifting miles and miles away, searching for the songs to play. Then you listen listen to the music and you like to sing along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song. When you find yourself a message and some words to call your own and take them home. No one seems to know what it is that makes them go. Then the lights begin to flicker and the sound is getting dim. The voice begins to falter and the crowds are getting thin. But he never seems to notice, he's just got to find another place to play. Fade away. Got to play.
As requested by Tony Keene and seconded by John Hall, that was Bread and the Guitar Man from 1972. And yes, I remember my dad borrowing an album called Best of Bread and taping it before he gave it back, obviously. And he forgot to label it. And he said to me, "Steve, who's this?" And I was only a kid at the time. I went, "I don't know, Dad. Is it the Eagles?" And so he labelled it Best of Eagles. And yeah, so it remains to this day. So every time he plays that, he thinks he's listening to the Eagles. Never mind, eh? Anyway, a word from our sponsor.
Tuning in community radio. Idiosyncratic way to go. Lovingly curated by the Steve. Got another banger. Playlist perfection. Radio confection. Paper trails broadcasting. Paper trails webcast on radio. Lewis Radio. Vapor Trails broadcasting, Vapor Trails webcast on radio, Lewis Radio, Lewis.
Freeze! I'm Ma Baker. Put your hands in the air. Give me all your money.
This is the story of Ma Baker, the meanest cat from old Chicago town.
He wasn't tough enough.
gather round, kneeling at the feet of common thieves, hungry for the word, but God would never speak to such as these, who offer healing hands and balms, and redemption of you across their palms. They'll tell your troubles to the Lord, for however much you can afford. Hands holding hands in the circle of the sinners and the slaves. Memories that linger from the cradle, placing puzzles in the grave. In the grave, no mortal skin and bone can live on bread and circuses alone. The spirit needs must drive the mystery while you're alive. They look and they look and they read, but their cold hearts say, follow me. Dance in the dust, in the frenzy of the desperately in need, led by the voices of the men who invoke ritual to hide their greed, hide their greed. Come every town, every eye, across the crumbling earth and cracking skies. The gates of hell stand open wide, but the path of glory you walk single file. They look and they look and they read, but their cold hearts say, follow me. These men make a cage for the very souls they came here to be freed. They turn up their lights for their tents, they're fixing to leave. Follow me. They look and they look and they read, but their cold hearts say, follow me. They look and they look and they read, but their cold hearts say, follow me. They'll close their book and read, but you remain still in pain.
Two together there. So first you heard Boney M and Ma Baker from 1977, and that was requested by Jonathan Badley with a nod and a wink to our very own Ali Baker. And then it was the Ali B moment with Natalie Merchant and Billy Bragg, or either Billy Bragg and Natalie Merchant, I'm not too sure, and Bread and Circuses, which can be found on a collection called Natalie Merchant Retrospective. Okay, taking us up to the break. Oh, who fancies a slice of Blackpool roll?
G. It's Vapour Trails on Radio Lewis.
Featuring lead singer Robert Woodward's mum, the 58-year-old at the time, Hilda. That was Lieutenant Pigeon and Moldy Old Dough from 1972, which was chosen by Chris Rhodes, so thank you, Chris. And before that was Mr. Scruff and Blackpool Roll from 1999 album Keep It Unreal. Okay, what we got next? Oh yeah, some of this.
Indulgent to think that you like this song.
From their 1994 album Icky Metal, that was Archers of Loaf and Might, as suggested by Kevin McVeigh. So thank you very much, Kevin. Okay, next up, let's get a bit more, I don't know, laid back.
Baker man is baking bread. Baker man is baking bread. Sagabona con Johnny Wayne. Sagabona con Johnny Wayne.
Night train is coming. Got to keep on running. The night train is coming. Got to keep on running.
Baker man is baking bread. Baker man is making bread.
Sagabona con Johnny Wayne. Sagabona con Johnny Wayne. The night train is coming. The night train is coming.
Baker man is baking bread. Sagabona con Johnny Wayne. Baker man is baking bread. You got to cool down.
Take it easy.
You got to cool down. Relax. Take it easy. Slow down.
Slow down.
Relax.
Relax.
It's too late to worry. Slow down.
Slow down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Plowman, harrow the ground, drill in the seed and roll it down. For the year will turn and the spring come round and the seed will grow. Shine the sun and rain the rain, fall the shivery snow. Frost and hail and wind again as the year will go. Farmer, farmer, the field is ripe, tall and straight they stand. Farmer, farmer, it's time to reap, time to combine the corn to keep. For the straw will blow and the chaff will leap and the grain will flow. Shine the sun and rain the rain, fall the shivery snow. Fog and sleet and hail again as the year will go. Miller, miller, take up the grain, pour it out like sand. Miller, miller, open the rill to turn the wheel and work the mill, to grind the grain to flour and fill the sacks below. Shine the sun and rain the rain, fall the shivery snow. Hail and wind and sleet again as the year will go. Baker, baker, the flour is here, soft and fine and bland. Baker, baker, get out of bed, put that silly old hat on your head. Bake me a loaf of golden bread, and then I'll go. Blow the wind and rain the rain, fall the shivery snow. Soon the sun will shine again as the year will go.
Oh, an interesting little quartet there for you. So first up we had Laid Back and Baker Man from 1988, and that was a choice of Will Harris, aka at Chipsy YCFC, one of our Twitter correspondents, and that was followed by another Twitter request. Oh yes, we're reaching out round the world, aren't we? That was Fight Like Apes and Lumpy Dough from their marvellously titled album Fight Like Apes and the Mystery of the Golden Medallion from 2008, and that was a choice of Peter Gedge, aka at Peg Deg. So cheers Peter and cheers Will. And then that was followed by a request for Bob Laird, which was a Small Faces and the USA mix, apparently, Song of a Baker. And then we had the request of Phil Howe, which was John Faulkner and Sandra Kerr, and Miller's Song, which you may recognise as being from the programme Bagpuss. Yes, John Faulkner and Sandra Kerr were respectively Gabriel the Toad and Melanie the Ragdoll. So there you go, eh? You live and learn on this show, I tell you. So thank you very much for that, Phil, and thank you, Bob. Okay, next up, especially for Graham Roberts. Tell you what, Graham, you had a tough old weekend there with a football, mate. So fancy some toast? How about some French toast?
Là c'était un homme, il pas jamais un femme. Un jour, mon t'achatait, il était qu'à satisfait. Quand il allait bouillir, manger, enfant, il était au lait. La espèce ambitieux, il était négocié. La espèce ça le doit chaud. Mais quand ça le doit chaud. La espèce ça le doit chaud. Mais quand ça le doit chaud. c'est un homme. Il va jamais aimer fort. Un jour, nous t'achètes. Il t'est qu'à satisfait. Quand il y a les bruits, manger. En famille, il fait oublier. La semaine, ça m'y mettre des couchers. La semaine, ça l'est trop chaud. Même quand ça l'est trop chaud. La semaine, ça l'est trop chaud. Même quand ça l'est trop chaud. I would tell you about the son as they got the camera, I would tell you about the French toast down there.
Morning all. I'd like to tell you about when I was a young boy. Must have been 3 or 4 months old at the time. I didn't really know what I wanted, and if I did I wouldn't have been able to tell anybody because all I could do was gurgle. So I sat there in my high chair, thinking one day, looking at me tray and thinking what I'd give for a meal on there. So I started looking around to see what I could have. I was rubbing my eggy soldier in my head, trying to think, and then I looked in the corner, and there's a little bread bin with its mouth open, just staring at me like. And then I looked in, and I saw bread. I thought, oh yeah, I'll have toast. A little piece of toast. Well, then I started getting older. I hated this, I hated that. Expensive steak was ludicrous and cafes couldn't cater for the finer things in life. The upper crust was not for me, I could tell that. So I'd go back home, switch the kitchen light on, put the grill on, slip a slice under and have toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side, but it doesn't matter which one you have, because when you cut the crust off, have it with marmalade or butter, cheese, tomatoes, beans, banana, or chocolate if it's strange, it doesn't really matter. Oh no, it all goes with toast. Just toast. I'm gonna think about it some. That's toast. Yeah, just toast. That's toast. Just toast. Well, I go down the supermarket with me basket in me hand. I'm walking from one counter to another trying to find a bread store, but I can't find it anywhere. And then I bump into a mother with a baby in a basket, and she says, "Oh, look, you started him off again. I'll come down here for a little bit of peace and quiet to get some bread to go home to make toast." Just toast. I like toast. Yeah, but I don't half like toast. Okay, scrape that toast, boys. That's toast. Yeah, just toast. I can't think about it anymore. I've got to go and have some. It's no good.
Hey, listen, I'm getting a bit brand off standing here.
Me too.
Should we go and have some toast?
It's a good idea.
Why not?
Okay.
I got the grill on.
Got any brown bread?
Yeah, I've got wholemeal bread.
Toast.
Wheatmeal bread.
Toast.
All sorts of toast.
Let's go.
Where's the kettle? It's over here, don't worry about it. Here. Is this the bread thing? There it is. Get the old bread out. This is thin sliced. I know it's
Nice.
Especially for Alan Walker, that was the Street Band featuring a pre-mega stardom Paul Young. And before that was The Beat from the album All Happened, and that was French Toast, especially for Graham Roberts. So cheers Alan and cheers Graham. And so, like a 3-foot sub, this show's slightly longer than usual, but I won't tell anyone if you don't. And next up, I think I'm going to sneak this in. This is a song by a band called Liquid Cheese. Yes, I know. And from 2000, this is Bagels song.
You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. That's how you make the bagel right. Ha ha ha! Pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. That's how you make the bagel right. Standing over hustle all day long. You got the bullet to your back and your hours are too long. Wondering why your life is hell. Or what the heck went wrong? You've been at work since 4 a.m. Who the heck needs a bagel this early in the morning? Why can't people just go to where it's supposed to slow kick free? You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. That's how you make the bagel right. This early morning hour, all I got is half the time to shower. Well, I'll just quit my job today. Now I'll never get paid. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. That's how you make the bagel right. Jump around, pull on before you bake 'em. Pull on before you bake 'em. Pull on before you bake 'em. Make the bagel right. Pull on before you bake 'em. Pull on before you bake 'em. Pull on before you bake 'em. Make the bagel right. Pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. You got to pull on before you bake 'em. That's how you make the bagel right.
Oh, I did enjoy that, yes. Liquid Cheese and Bagel song from 2000 album Kicking Up in the Night. Okay, coming up to the last song, so just leaves me time to say thank you to the sharers and carers as always, and thank you for everyone that's requested on the theme this week. And now I'm going to do something I've never done before. Yes, stand back, this could be interesting. Well, actually, I try and avoid very long songs because basically I only normally have an hour, but because we've kind of sneaked over the line already, let's get on a bus and go way over to the next town of that analogy. And so coming in at a whopping 14 minutes, and especially for Ronnie Williams, here's some classic Fela Kuti and No Buridi. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Ta-ra.
Look you well. Look you well. Look you well. Look you look well. Look you look well. Look you look well. Look well. Look you well. Look you well. Look you well. Look you Look you well. You stand the foreground, your leg it dey shake. You stand the foreground, your leg it dey shake. Now your leg we kick ground do not dey shake. Your face it look like you don't reach it big. You sit down for share like you don't reach it big. Your head they ache, well, mouth they dry, well, stomach they turn, well, hungry they show him power. Head they ache, well, mouth they dry, well, stomach they turn, well, hungry they show him power. You not get the power to fight. No, you not get the power to fight. No, you not get the power to fight. Look well. Look you well. Look you look well. On the day or the night or the afternoon. The trouble of the world they catch you for road. Man you must work now him put you for the road. You not fit make the thing now for your work. You start to find the excuse for your fault. Your mouth they shake, well, music no they, well, eye they roll, well, like different eye, well, that's so they do every time, have it? Mouth they shake, well, music no they, well, eye they roll, well, like different eye, well, problem they showing power, you not get the power to fight. No, you not get the power to fight. One more time. For Africa, here he be home. For Africa, here he be home. Land the boku from north to south. Food the boku from top to down. Gold day underground like the water. Diamond day underground like sansa. Holiday flow underground like a river. Everything for overseas now here he they go. Now for here master the carry shit for head. Now for here master the carry shit for head. Now for here we know the team them they call. Now for here we know the team them they call. Me a tire for the team them they call. Me a tire for the team them they call. Who daughter I don't tire. 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 Udoje, I don't tire. Udoje, I don't tire. Me a tire for the team them they call. Me a tire for the team them they call. Me a tire for the team them they call. Udaru, I don't tire. Udari, I don't tire.
Okay, that was the last song. You can fast forward and turn over the tape now.
Radio Lewis. Local community webcasting.